Hey, good evening. This is a foreigner in the Philippines, and we're going to do another letter. Going to try to give our best. Well, we'll give our best view of someone else's problem. Isn't it always so easy to help somebody else with their problems, but when it comes to your own, you get into a complete mess? Well, that's what I find anyway.
It's easy to tell. It's easy to mess up. It's easy to give an advice, but you know. But again, to all who send problems to us, we're willing to give an advice. No charge, free. If you go to attorney, they charge you, but if you go us, no charge.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so this is from Maricar. I will not mention your name, ma'am. Thank you for messaging us.
From Maricar?
Yeah, Maricar.
It
says here...
is that America?
Maricar.
Maricar.
Yeah. The name is Maricar.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you're not going to mention her name, and then you said
the surname. The surname.
Okay. All right.
In his profile, it says, "Don't give up. The beginning is always the hardest."
Right.
You're right, ma'am. It says here, "Good morning, Sir Terence. I love watching your videos, and I want to ask advice. What should I do? First, I apologize if I did not use my real account because I need to hide my identity.
Oh, okay.
And I asked your kind heart not to make in public. I am married in a retired Air Force veterans. Yes, I admit sometimes I make mistakes, and I make because he's also the reasons why I do that. We've been married for more than 5 years, and I have a big problem. My husband diagnosed HIV positive. I just know it only last February 2016. I am disappointed that all of the sudden he knows already that he has, why he never told me the truth, that I'm his wife. I found out that he know it already since 2015 because I found the papers from his doctors and Veterans Clinic Manila. That he get tested already and came out positive, and he repeated it in Florida again. Positive. My main problem is even he know already that he's an HIV, he don't stop having girls and spreading virus. He's mad at me because I don't like the way he do, because he don't tell to the girls that he's positive HIV. Before, he gave me support monthly, but sometimes no, and now that I caught him doing again here in the Philippines and even in the Thailand and US, he stopped supporting me. I have lifetime maintenance medications and I have kids that I need to raise, and I only have a part-time job that can't enough to support it, because sometimes don't have profit and sometimes I'm not feeling well because of this virus. So that I need an advice how to get support from him or even in US government, because I am legally married to him. Thank you, and more blessings to come to you so that you can continue helping less fortunate people. God bless."
Well, she has children, yes?
Yeah, she got children.
Well, you hooked up with somebody that has treated you very shabbily and has behaved very shabbily and is continuing to behave very shabbily too. In fact, it's a great concern to all of us as part of the human race that somebody out there is infected with a dangerous disease, a possibly terminal disease for some people, and yet he's still, apparently from what you say, is still going out and having sex freely with any number of girls. So but your initial problem is that you need help, and he has apparently infected you with this, and now you need to have you need support medication, obviously, but you also need support for your children as well. Now, if he is not supporting you, he is required by law to do that, and there are really severe penalties for people who do this. Now, whether you want to go and make things really difficult for him by broadcasting the fact that he has AIDS is another thing. Maybe the Veterans Association would be interested in knowing that, because he must be needing medication as well on a weekly or daily basis. So there will be associations which you can get in touch with. So you're going to need help. You're going to need help from, I'm talking more now about how you can get help on a financial basis. Beth perhaps will have a woman's view on how she would feel if that was happening to her. So you need to get people on your side who have some clout, who have some power behind them. And you need to do that by researching. You've obviously done some research and found us. So what you need to do now is do some serious research where you find out people who have gotten together because they are victims of this kind of behavior, and they will guide you to those that you need who do have some power. And you do have some power in this situation, believe me, you do. You have the law. Assuming that your ex, I missed that he was your ex. I only heard
husband. That's his husband.
Yeah, but well, she's not actually living with him, is she?
No more.
So she's not living with him.
That's how I understand the letter.
So you're not living with him. He has to support you. And if you have children and he's not supporting you, you can go to court.
Can he go to the embassy for that?
Not the embassy, no, because I'm taking it that she is in America.
No.
Is she?
I don't know. There's a Thailand. There's an America.
No,
there's in the Philippines. There's a mansion.
That's where he's going to have his his fun at the expense of a lot of other human beings. So he needs, actually, ideally, in an ideal world, he needs to be stopped from doing what he's doing. Now, what you have to do is to go and get support for your children, and you can do that because it's no fun being a deadbeat dad. And if he doesn't meet his obligations, he could go where he, as my army buddies used to say, he won't go where the sun don't shine, and he will be put inside. And with that as a threat, he may well start to cough up with his support.
Yeah, I think, thank you, Mom, for sending this letter. It's very sad story. It's very difficult to share this kind of story, but thank you for trusting, and thank you for allowing us to help you, and at the same time for our viewers and subscribers to give their advice.
That's one of the upsides, isn't it?
Because it's not based on others. They can give their insight, and that's the best thing in our advice section. So my advice to you is, you should coordinate with the government, U.S. embassy, to the government agency that will help your problem.
Yes, it won't be the embassy, honey, because I think
no matter what kind of agency, you need to coordinate with them. And at the same time, about the HIV, you should coordinate to stop your ex-husband, your husband, to spread the virus. To protect the other women that could possible the HIV transmitted. And at the same time, just coordinate. Just coordinate to the agencies that will do that, because HIV is a quiet, what do you call it, Han? It's a long process. It's a long process, and at the same time, it's very difficult disease to be transmitted, right?
Well, it's among other things, it's a sexually transmitted disease. And if it's going around. There's been a lot of cases, actually, of even of celebrities. Rock Hudson apparently had HIV and continued to go around and, in his case, have his young men and not tell them. So this is not. There's some kind of glitch in the thinking that someone would do that and knowingly infect somebody with a potentially lethal disease.
Yeah, because
it is amazing.
Yeah, because this is also a wake up call to Filipina or to every woman.
Yes.
You know, to every woman that before you enter to make that certain that thing, you know, to have sex with your partner, to your husband, to be make sure that they have an HIV test for your protections, you know, and it's both parties, you know, because HIV is not a curable. Is it a curable?
It's debatable. It goes into conspiracy theory. The fact that there was a cure pretty quickly, if not immediately, when the disease was invented. But that's another kind of video. The fact is that this man is knowingly transmitting that disease and getting some kind of kick out of it. Apparently,
Yeah.
amazing.
So you know, it's it's a good videos, you know, it's a good it's a good that you send to us, ma'am, because it's also give an insight to Filipinas that before they having sex with other men,
Yeah.
with a foreigner or however, at the same time for the foreigner, that there should be test before, you know, because
Yes.
it can be conducted into a certain examination, some lab tests, laboratory tests to find out if it's free disease. So better to be safe than sorry.
But the other thing is, for women that may be watching this, the other thing is that it's not apparently there's an incubation period, and just because somebody that you're interested in having a full relationship on Monday goes for a test on Monday afternoon, you can't go ahead just because he got the all clear on Monday afternoon. You can't go ahead and have sex with them on Tuesday, because there is an incubation period of my understanding from memory is that it's 6 months. So chances are that on Monday he may be clear, but actually he's only clear for 6 months previous. So be very careful and that's why they have safe sex.
Yeah, because there are also some crazy, you know, some crazy person who
Well, she knows that very well,
yeah,
because she's got one.
Yeah, some crazy person that because their life is miserable, they want to share. They want to share to others. So that's why very, very careful, you know. Very, very careful, because precautions is better than what's the saying of that?
Yeah, prevention is
better than cure. So again, ma'am, I'm sure that there's there's a lot of viewers that can give an advice, and at the same time, for your problem of support, I think your husband will be forced to support if you just go to the, what do you call it, pension
Yes.
agency,
Yeah.
you know.
I've actually heard of in America. In America, they're very, very strict on this, and they'll actually take his license away for driving. They can make life very, very uncomfortable for someone who refuses to toe the line. We have friends who have been held to task by totally unreasonable demands of their ex, and this man has to meet his responsibilities. So you will go to the right agencies. Now, I can tell you now, before we even post this video, that the subscribers that we have are one knowledgeable set of subscribers. They know stuff that
Yeah.
we don't, and we have some really clever people who are involved in the medical industry who will give right on the money medical advice, and there are others who will be able to give you the advice specific to this kind
I agree.
of problem, and you'll get some really good advice. We're just, as I've said before on our other stuff, we're first responders, and by telling us what the problem is, and by us making a video and actually posting it, you will get some great advice. So watch out for this video. You will be watching out for the answer. Look at the comments. There's a mine of information in those comments.
Yeah, and at the same, ma'am, don't lose hope, because there are a lot of agencies now that are helping on that kind of situations of HIV, and to give them support. There are support groups to be having a positive mind, and don't be depressed about that kind
Well,
of situations.
that's gonna be a challenge.
You know.
You've also got
And-
your own challenges as well, of your own health
Yeah.
and that of your children. Okay, so
Yeah, and just
a lot
you
to
know,
think of.
your child. Just focus that your children needs you. You know, your children needs you, and at the same time, just pray. You know, just pray for guidance. Just pray for strength. You know, that every that at the back of this kind of situations, there always been a positive side. You know.
Yes.
You know, so just pray. And you're always in our prayer, ma'am. You know,
Yes,
we
and if
never
you-
know you, but I'm
Yeah.
sure that there's a lot that will help to pray, to give you strength
Yes.
and guidance. You know, so again, just watch the comments on our viewers, because those viewers that we got is very intelligent than us.
Solid gold.
So please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, thank you so much, and God bless.